Beautiful places, good food, and adventure is something everyone seeks on a trip away, but friendly people make the trip so much better. Welcome to Around the World. Today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 friendliest countries in the world. Are you a fan of our channel? Be sure to subscribe to Around the World and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at countries with a proven track record of being warm and welcoming. Number 10. Canada. This North American nation has a long-standing reputation for being notably friendly. Whether welcoming people from abroad or when traveling the globe, Canadians are typically an easygoing bunch. After visiting the northern neighbor of the United States, travelers frequently comment on how easy it was to strike up friendships with the locals. More than just friendly, however, Canada is notable for its open-mindedness and overall welcoming attitude towards foreign travelers and immigrants. The fact that it's a generally safe country also helps people to feel at home while visiting. Whether you're visiting major cities and cultural centers like Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal, exploring stunning natural spaces, or taking in the charms of the Maritimes, Canada consistently makes a good impression. Number 9. Vietnam. A popular destination with backpackers of all ages, Vietnam is often singled out as a favorite for travelers exploring in Southeast Asia. For starters, there are few countries this affordable that boast such a high safety rating. It's little wonder that so many people choose to extend their stay, make Vietnam an annual getaway, or relocate there permanently. As with any major tourist destination, especially those with notable economic disparity, you need to keep your wits about you, but while it pays to be mindful, this is generally a land with friendly faces and welcoming locals. It also handled the COVID pandemic with deeply admirable results. It's easy to be jaded and pessimistic these days, but the hospitality you encounter in Vietnam is genuine. Number 8. Colombia. Much like the rest of the world, Colombia is not without its rough sides, but by and large, this is a country populated by overwhelmingly friendly people. Do your research, be mindful of your surroundings, and your trip to Colombia is likely to be an extremely positive one in no small part thanks to the kindness of the locals. It's hard to visit Colombia and not go home with new friends to keep in touch with. Colombians seem quick to treat newcomers like family, introverts. Be warned, book a trip to Colombia, and you're likely to find yourself invited to lunch with a local before long, and honestly, based on the incredible cuisine, not to mention the coffee, you may never want to leave. Number 7. Oman. Not exactly the most obvious inclusion on a list of travel destinations, though it might come as a surprise this nation actually ranks as the fastest-growing tourist destination in the Middle East, and if tourism were driven solely by the friendliness of locals, Oman would be on every traveler's bucket list. This small, often overlooked country in the Arabian Peninsula is bordered by the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. With its stunning and diverse landscapes, impressive mosques, and millennia-old traditions, Oman has a lot to offer the curious traveler. More so even than the stunning coastal views and epic windswept deserts, however, it's the welcoming locals who will leave the biggest impression on those who visit. The local values run deep, but hospitality like this can overcome any amount of culture shock. Number 6. Costa Rica. Bordered to the east and west by the ocean, this Central American country is blessed with more than its fair share of stunning natural beauty. The coastline makes it a surfer's paradise, while the wealth of plant and animal life has made it a popular ecotourism destination. Caving, wilderness trekking, and ziplining, this is a land of adventure and unforgettable experiences. Costa Rica is all about the La Pura Vida, a local philosophy and saying that translates to pure life. It's not just a gimmick that they play up for tourists. Local Costa Ricans have clearly internalized something deeply positive, and this shines through every social interaction. Whether you're ordering at a restaurant, talking to a shop owner, or just passing someone on the street, that laid-back feel-good vibe is infectious. Number 5. Bahrain. The Kingdom of Bahrain rivals Oman for the most obscure destination on our list today. Spend so much as a day here, however, and you'll soon find yourself singing its praises to anyone who will listen. The entire country is only about 300 square miles in size, but the locals, who number roughly 1.5 million, have got enough hospitality for a country many times larger. Perhaps it's the large percentage of foreign residents that has made Bahrain so welcoming and friendly to outsiders. Of course, it's something of a chicken-egg dynamic. Surely the mass settlement of expats in Bahrain never would have occurred had the locals not been so friendly to begin with. Whatever the reason, Bahrain is today an international destination on the rise with a growing culinary scene and art scene to match. Pair that with its rich history, both modern architecture and unpretentious vine, and you get something really special. Number 4. Cambodia. Of course, when you're talking about the friendliest countries in the world, the more the merrier. Working in kind with its neighbor to the east, Cambodia has helped make Southeast Asia a bucket list trip for travelers around the world. From the iconic Angkor Wat and the cultural layers of bustling Phnom Penh to the Mekong River and the beaches of Sihanoukville, Cambodia doesn't need much help selling itself as a compelling destination, but all these experiences are made that much richer and more rewarding for the fact that at every turn you'll be greeted and guided by such genuinely kind and good-spirited locals. Whether you're traveling from neighboring Vietnam or halfway across the world, local Cambodians are going to make you feel at home. Number 3. Mexico. The southernmost nation in North America, Mexico has long been a go-to getaway for Canadians and U.S. travelers. Coastal retreats like Cancun and Puerto Vallarta make for a quintessential beach getaway, complete with the sort of hospitality you expect at a resort. Here's the thing though, as travelers seeking authenticity move away from the resorts and begin to explore inland destinations, they're discovering that same welcoming attitude even without the trappings of a resort. Mexico City, in particular, once feared for its crime rate, has undergone an amazing transformation for the booming culinary scene, amazing historical sites, and a renewed sense of community. Mexico City has become a must-visit destination, and the locals seem only too happy with the tourism boom. Between the food, weather, and surrounding landscapes, there is a lot to smile about. Number 2. Taiwan. The busier and more bustling the destination, the less kindness one anticipates, but Taiwan is a place of wonderful contradictions, however, and no matter how chaotic its population centers can feel, travelers consistently report being amazed by the friendliness of locals. Where else is it so common to be greeted with the question, "Have you eaten?" The tourism industry is a big part of the local economy, but hospitality doesn't feel put on to drive business. It's a more genuine and honest sort of kindness and welcoming spirit. The overwhelming majority of travelers and expats alike report that the friendliness of locals makes them feel extremely welcome. Add to that the low cost of living, delicious cheap eats, and an abundance of cultural attractions, and the appeal of Taiwan becomes all too easy to understand. Number 1. Portugal. Portugal has really got it all. The major population centers like Porto and Lisbon are blessed with truly stunning architecture. The latter in particular has a fairy tale quality, that's down. When you venture beyond the cities, you get beautiful varied landscapes that offer incredible hiking opportunities, and don't even get us started on the food, but really it's the kindness and welcoming spirit of locals that ties the whole experience. Portugal is like nowhere else on earth, which is likely why so many people want to make it a recurring trip, if not relocate there permanently. Given that Portugal has seen such a massive influx of tourists in recent years, hotspots like Lisbon and Porto are at risk of over-tourism. Looking at cities with similar experiences like Barcelona, this can often lead to a shift, and understandably so, in the attitude of locals. So far, however, the friendliness of the Portuguese people remains intact, and so they more than earned the top spot. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos for great travel destinations, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.